Hi, I'm Elizabeth and today I'm here to do a quick tag video. I was tagged to do this, sort of, by Miriam from Between Lines in Life, and by sort of I mean I begged to be tagged in the comment section because I wanted to answer the questions. This is the reading habits tag, so let's just dive straight into the questions. Number 1, do you have a certain place at home for reading? Well, I have several places. I have a reading chair in my living room, which is the same chair that basically half of BookTube owns. It's the Strandmon chair from IKEA. Mine is green velvet and I love sitting there to read. I also have a different chair in my library that sometimes I will sit there. If it's warm outside, I will sit on my balcony because I love reading outdoors, and I will always read in bed. So those 4 places are my reading places. Question 2 is bookmark or random piece of paper. I would say both. Traditionally, I've used any piece of paper I could find, but lately I seem to have bookmarks all over my apartment. That stems from that almost every bookshop now gives you a bookmark with their contact info on it, so I have these all over the place, so usually one of them is at hand. And if not, I will just take one out of a book I'm currently reading and tear it in half, and then I have 2 bookmarks. Question 3. Can you stop reading, or do you have to stop after a chapter or a certain amount of pages? I can stop reading. I do prefer stopping at a chapter, but if that's not possible, I will stop at the end of the page so I can start on the first line break of the next page. Question 4. Do you eat or drink while you're reading? Well, normally I won't eat while reading, but I will have a drink. Most likely it will be a cold drink, water or lemonade or something like that. Question 5. Multitasking, music or TV while reading? Well, if I can choose, no thank you. I would like quiet, but I do read in noisy places. Question 6. One book at a time or several at once? I always read several books at once. I at least have one audiobook and one physical book on the go, but normally I will have more than one physical book. I will usually have one that I only read in bed, and I will have one that I carry around with me in my bag, and I will have a couple waiting for me at the table next to my reading chair. Question 7 is reading at home or reading everywhere? I read everywhere. I have 2 hours of commuting to and from work every day. I usually listen to audiobooks the entire way. I used to just read physical books on the train, but that left me with half an hour of reading time and half an hour of staring out the window at the bus, because I get nauseous if I read on the bus. So I started listening to audiobooks instead, so now I can just pop the audiobook on when I leave my apartment and turn it off when I reach work. So that's 2 hours of solid listening time every weekday. In addition to that, I love reading in parks, on park benches in the summer. I read it in coffee shops, I read in waiting rooms, I read wherever I have the chance to read, basically. Question 8 is reading out loud or reading silently in your head. I will most of the time read silently in my head, but sometimes, if I'm alone at home, I will read out certain paragraphs or certain pages, just to get the practice or just to hear how the words sound spoken out loud. Question 9. Do you read ahead or skip pages? No, never do that really. Sometimes I will skip ahead if it's a non-fiction book and there is something specific I'm looking for. I can go ahead and read that chapter and then go back later on. And I will sometimes turn the pages to see how many pages are left of a chapter or of this part of the book or of the book in total, but I won't read ahead. I will just look at the page number. Question 10 is breaking the spine or keeping it like new. Well, I don't break the spine intentionally, but if it gets broken, I'm not fussed, and I don't mind buying used books where the spine is broken. I'm here for the contents and not for books looking pristine. The last question is, do you write in your books? Sometimes I do, most often I do not. Sometimes I will underline passages I like, sometimes I will draw hearts or smiley faces in the margin or exclamation points if it's something I think is important. And if I read books that challenges me somehow or makes me think about something, I will maybe write in the margins my thoughts and questions to myself and stuff like that. But most often I won't write much in my books. So that was all the questions. I'm not going to tag anyone because I think this is an old tag that's been going around for ages. But since I was tagged in the comment section, if you want to be tagged, let me know and I will tag you in the comment section of this video. If you want to talk about your reading habits, I know I want to hear about them because I'm a nosy person and this is the kind of thing I like to know about people. So I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, bye bye.